Welcome to Women World TV. My name is Tracy Middleton, and I have a distinguished guest today, Sid McNairy. We'd like to welcome you with us today, Sid.
Thank you.
Sid is doing profound work in the world, and it's such an honor to have you here with us. He is founder and owner of Lifeline Power Yoga here in Maryland. Would you be willing to share with us what your vision is behind Lifeline?
Well, Lifeline Power Yoga started as just a yoga studio. It grew to be much more in the sense of helping a lot of people heal through my own journey of healing myself. The further I go, the more I realize how much I can help people just through my experiences.
So it sounds like your business is very personal.
Yeah, very much. It's it's about creating a community where everyone comes together, heals together, and stays together.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. And we have some great news today. You're announcing the release of your course going worldwide.
Yes.
Would you be willing to share that with us?
Well, it's Empowerment Beyond. It's a 6-week journey that people go through doing yoga, journaling, meditating, as well as evaluating their diets and making a big shift in their life, having an opportunity through the 6 weeks to reshape their foundation and see where they can go beyond where they are today.
Wow, it sounds very holistic. It sounds like you have lots of components in that, not just the yoga.
Yes.
Why is that so important?
You know, it's like we're all this triangle, balance of mental, spiritual, and physical sides of the triangle. And when we take one part of the triangle and strengthen that, the other two become unbalanced. So it's so important to get it all moving in one.
Wow, that really sounds exciting. It sounds very hopeful.
Yeah.
What are some plans that you have to bring it worldwide?
Well, some of the plans are, we already have audio classes that people can do. So even if there's not a studio right next door to somebody, they can practice at home, as well as the potential of having group meetings on the internet and live and in person in that way.
So that means all the people that are listening to us now would be able to participate in your program.
You got it. Yes.
That sounds great. So there's no distinction.
Yes.
We are all one.
And there's no question that is an underlining theme within the studio. As I find peace, you'll find it because it's one energy shifting together. So, to help somebody else find it is really helping myself as well.
Because technically, we're not different, are we?
No, not at all.
Well, that's such a great gift. Sid, your course sounds absolutely wonderful. I would love to learn more about it. What exactly are the components of the class?
Well, there's 6 weeks, and each week has a theme. For instance, the very first week is about foundations. And so often we think we want something. A lot of people that come in, they say, I want love in my life. That's my favorite vibration to live in. But yet, they really don't even realize that they're walking around miserable. So even though they may want love, they've committed over and over to finding this misery because they live it with their spouses, they live it with their kids, they live it in their work and so many different places. So we want to establish that foundation so people have a stronger foundation to stand in that love and peace that they technically want in their head, but yet may not be aligning to that so far. So that's a big shift just in itself and that initial awareness. But then after they have established that foundation, it begins the journey of awakening the witness within,
Wow.
and so then they start to see themselves because once you really learn where you are is the only chance for you to go somewhere else. And so that's a big piece. That's a big part of the process. And so those 6 weeks go throughout. And so it really, in week 6, you'll find that it's learning to live in this new stance. So that's a continual journey. So we have people that have done this for 6 years, where they've done it several times a year. So it's a journey. It continues to grow. It's like my life now, Once you think you've arrived somewhere, it's time to look again.
Right. Is that the beginner's mind people talk about?
You got it. You got it. So it's like restarting, going back to that nothing and growing from there. So that's a big steps as they go through the 6 weeks. But during the 6 weeks, we also give people with keys to survival, things that allow them to open up and really begin to empower themselves to walking in a new way. So there's different things in that way, as well as the 8 truths. You know, kind of, I had an opportunity to really study a Buddhist way and the 8 noble paths, but then there's also the 8 limbs of yoga, and I had an opportunity to research and compare and contrast those things. So,
wow.
So the 8 truths that we're looking for are, you know, developing stillness in your life and learning to live from that space. So as we go through different things along those 8 truths, everyone continues to open up.
Wow, so it really sounds like the outward manifestation of who we are starts inward. And so
without a question,
a lot of your journey is cultivating that witness, that inner awareness of what's going on.
Yes. You know, I have a funny thing that I like to talk about with people. It's like you're driving in a car, and you know, no matter where you are, at some point you're going to have to stop your car. But as we're going, whether it's a red light, a stop sign, or whatever it is, no matter what country you're in, when you say stop, who are you talking to? You know, so there's 2 people playing in this instance. You know, there's the witness that knows you're going to have to stop, and then there's that person that says, oh, I need to listen to the fact that I need to stop. And when they become one, then there's no more, we're witnessing the whole thing, and we have an opportunity to start to create our own world.
So it sounds like an incredible integration process.
Yes, yes.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. Well, so what do people, so when people go through this kind of transformation, what kind of changes do they see in their lives?
Well, once we start to, you know, for instance, my walk has been a lot about peace. And as that shifted, the things in my life that weren't aligned to peace, some of them just disappeared. You know, whether it was a change in a relationship, a different energy between me and my kids, a lot of those things that weren't aligning to peace had to go when I truly knew the commitment to peace and love.
Wow, so it sounds like there's some loss in our expansion.
Yes, I mean, there's always, as I like to look at it, you're always returning to nothing, and from that nothing, everything has an opportunity to grow.
Wow, that sounds like it's full of possibility.
Without a question.
Wow, that sounds very exciting. Well, thank you for offering this course to us. I can't wait to take it myself. I am always interested in expanding myself and letting go of all those pieces that are keeping me small, not keeping me living in my heart center.
Right.
So I really appreciate the contribution you're making, not only to yourself, but to all of us. So we hope that everybody here on our session here can join us and go into your audio tapes, and we'll be connected as a community, a global healing community.
Awesome.
Well, Sid, we want to thank you for being with us today. This sounds like an exciting opportunity for people from all over the world to participate in deep transformative healing together as a community of people.
Yeah.
And we really thank you for doing this work in the world.
Thank you.